Fantasy Football Week 1 Recap with your hosts, Michael Macahan and, of course, Marty Wadsworth.
I'm proud of you fellas. You all kept your head on a swivel, and that's what you gotta do when you find yourself in a vicious cockfight.
Welcome everyone to the Week 1 Recap Show. I'm Marty, and this of course next to me is my co-partner in crime, Michael. We had a phenomenal first week and some big performers out there, so let's get right to the heart of the matter. Mike, why don't you hit me up with a huge performer in Week 1?
Garrett Wacola.
Okay, Garrett, you've had some harsh words for Garrett in the past. He was projected to be the top scorer in Week 1. Why is he a surprise to you?
Michael Vick, Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
Both those guys performed really well this week, but the main concern with those two guys is injuries.
Oh, big time. Michael Vick could pretty much win or lose a season for you single-handedly. Mm-hmm. He does have problems with injuries, as among other things.
Bow wow wow, yippee-yo, yippee-yay, bow wow, yippee-yo, yippee-yay.
Garrett did look great Week 1. Talk to me about a surprise, and I have a feeling there's an apology in order here, Mike. Can we lower the music, please?
Mark,
we're sorry. We're really sorry, Mark.
we just didn't see it.
We didn't see it coming.
I mean, your team, they're old,
They're very old,
but reliable.
super reliable.
They'll never leave you hanging.
They won't. They're always there for you.
Oh, but actually, Steven Jackson is already hurt.
He is hurt because why?
He's old. Just an absolutely unbelievable performance this week by Mark Technic. Going into Monday night, down by 22 points, he Aaron Hernandez's Chris Kruger, the defending league championship, with a 23-point performance.
Mike, Technic's performance was huge, but unfortunately right now we have some business to take care of. We're going to talk about the worst performers of the week, and I've aptly named this one the Toilet Bowl. So you were involved in the Toilet Bowl, Mike. During this session, I'm going to need you to stand up and stand in the corner, please.
I feel like it's getting hot. I'm gonna get out of here.
Okay, yeah, stand in the corner for this. The Toilet Bowl featured Mike the Mac Attack Macahan versus Dan the Dan Noodle in a horrible assessment of talent. Neither team came to play. Final score being 89-87. No one broke 90 points. This was a sad display for two former great fantasy football coaches. Hopefully they can pick it up for the rest of the season.
Step your game up.
A win is a win. Now, Mike, after last week's video, we had some feedback from a former league champion who was a little sad he didn't get any run in the last video. So, in lieu of that whining and complaining, we're going to go ahead and give you the top 3 reasons that league champion Chris Kruger will not repeat this year. Drum roll, please. Let's go ahead and start with reason number 3. Chris has way too much faith in the Houston Texans. The man drafted 4 Texans and is not only a fan, Mike, but he's a fanatic.
He is. Reason number 2 that Chris Kruger will not repeat as league champion is his wide receiver core. It consists of the walking wounded, zombies, if you will, the unliving dead. And I believe beyond his starters, his backups consist of the Cypher Bobcat wide receivers, wide receiving core.
Yeah, I heard the sophomore's pretty good this year, though.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
5'6".
And the number 1 reason Chris Kruger will not repeat this year, this is a reason near and dear to my heart. He has a baby on the way. As soon as that baby slides down the chute, he's gonna be in trouble. But again, I'll be in your same boat, Chris, and hi, Kyle. Our own Michael Macahan had a chance to catch up with Coach Kruger. Here's what came of it.
We have a rare opportunity to catch up with Chris Kruger, the defending champion here. Sorry. Chris, do you have a moment?
Yeah, I guess so.
Chris, as the defending champion in this league, how do you feel about your chances of defending your title?
Well, I mean, obviously I'm looking pretty good today. Probably gonna
Chris, you started Josh Freeman as your starting quarterback game. How do you feel that gives you your chances of winning the game?
It really doesn't matter. I don't need a quarterback to win.
As Finger says what? All right, thank you very much. See you guys.
Wow. Compelling stuff. Absolute brilliance. Good job, Mike.
And this week, we'd like to present to you a new segment we like to call...
The worst coaching decision ever!
We're going to present this award this week to Mr. Nick Smith. Nick benched his brother, Steve Smith, this week.
Not good. Mike, Steve Smith got 37 points just sitting right there on his bench. He has decent wide receivers that performed well for him, but for some inane reason, Nick decided to start D'Angelo Williams in the slot, and that man only netted himself 4 points.
Yeah, Nick's not used to playing in the slot.
Okay, I got it.
Now for a quick recap on your money, here's Dan Morris.
Show me the money!
All right, the money's set up in an account, but I'm going to Chicago and putting it all on Michigan State. Plus 5.5 points. Updates to follow next week.
Probably the stupidest thing I've done as commissioner is making Dan Morris a treasurer.
I swear to God, if he loses our money. And we're back! Anyways, Mike, let's go ahead and wrap this week's show up with a nice little message for all those individuals who didn't quite like our first fantasy video. We have a message for you, 3 people who voted our video down.
How would you like to suck my balls?
What did you say?
I'm sorry. Actually, what I said was... How would you like to suck my balls?
And we really mean that.
So, for all of us here at the Fantasy Football Update, I'm Michael.
And I'm Marty, and Dallas still sucks.